So I was best-selling author this year, 101 Tips, Empower Your Money, which is the book that I wrote this year, available on Amazon. I am so grateful for my coach, James Malinchak, who helped me write this book, really put my thoughts to paper. And sometimes you don't always know the behind the scenes. And I want to bring to you some more videos and some more podcasts talking about the behind the scenes on some of the things that I am grateful and that I've had the opportunity to accomplish. So let's talk about the book, 101 Simple Ways for Female Entrepreneurs to Create Financial Freedom. And really, this book is for everybody. It's not just for females. It's not just for entrepreneurs. But what I wanted to do with this book is to pique curiosity, to get people to pick up the book, think about their money situation, and just put pieces of advice in a book in an easy format for you to read. It doesn't go super in depth with this book, but to pique curiosity for you so that you can begin to ask questions or wonder, what is that? Or maybe these are just reminders to yourself so that you can lead a more abundant lifestyle, both in your personal and your business life. And so I'm going to be doing a couple of episodes on my podcast, Empower Her Money, to get further into each of the tips that I wrote in this book. And so that's important for me and for you to understand, is to dive deeper into the topics that are in the book. And I've already started, and I've got my draft for my next book, which is coming out in January. It's called Money is My Mission, which truly embodies what this podcast is about. I am on a mission to teach women financial education. I want to give it to you in an easy format, in a free format. Podcasting, you can sign up for Spotify, you can get it for free, you can check out my episodes on YouTube, that's free as well. So I want to go and dive a little bit deeper into a couple of these every episode, and I'm very grateful for your time and for you tuning in today for this episode. So we're going to dive right into my first tip in the book, which is best return on investment is to invest in yourself first. Podcasts like Empower Her Money, books, webinars, coaching programs are a great start. I truly believe that when you invest in yourself first and always be a lifelong student to learn more, whatever piques your interest, it doesn't matter what it is, but spend the time to invest in yourself. Go seek out information, go seek out the experts, and there's so much free information. I talk about it a lot, but I am a graduate of YouTube University. Well, not a graduate because I'm going to be there forever, but there's so many videos, shorts that you can go out and get information. When I was writing my book, I needed some help with the cover, and I wanted to make sure that it really appealed to my audience. I went to Barnes & Noble, to be honest with you. I went to Barnes & Noble and I was checking out other book covers. What do they look like? What's piquing my attention as a female? And I wanted to incorporate that when I was writing my book. Another thing that my coach taught me is when you have the book itself, that you want to have what he calls boomerang. You want to have another reason for them to come back to you. So if you look at my book, at the additional resources in the back, it talks about me and it does give my story in the back, but I also wanted to have some additional information in the front to where you could purchase my book in bulk directly from me and get a discount. So say you want to put on a conference, or you want to have a corporate program where you're encouraging your employees to learn more and take control of their finances, I want to give you that opportunity to buy the book in bulk, but also to book me at the next event. So that's what my coach James talked about as a boomerang. And you'll see it in the front of my book, where there's more opportunities for you to get in touch with me, for me to help take my message and to share it with your audience. That's my way of investing in you and giving your audience the opportunity to learn more about money, to pique their interest. So that was tip number 1 from the book. Let's go ahead and go into tip number 2. You are one connection, one idea, one implementation away from achieving your goals or for massive success. So oftentimes I hear people say you're one connection away, and that's definitely true. The more people you meet in the field or in something that you're trying to accomplish, the better. Absolutely. Because when you speak with them, it's going to prompt you with ideas. Something that they say is going to pique your interest, and that's an idea that gets seeded and rooted into your mind and into your heart. But it's on you at that point. You've got to take that information and take action. You can get all the information in your brain that you want, but not having success is oftentimes due to action or mindset. So mindset also super important. You want to make sure that you are not only learning more information and taking action on that information, but you've got to change your mindset too. I did a video on this recently on my Instagram talking about money mindset, because you can spend your whole life getting education, your whole life implementing those ideas. But if you still have a broke mindset, then you'll never truly be successful. You'll never be successful to yourself because you haven't changed the way that you think about money, the way you think about abundance. So when you give yourself the opportunity and grant yourself permission to say, I deserve abundance, because you can then help your family, you can teach other people, you can live a lifestyle that's comfortable to you, you can spend the time with charities and give your time and give your money and your expertise to those charities so that you're giving back as well. So those are two really important points that I want to come across from the book. Let's dive into one more before we close out this podcast. And I don't want to give you too much information in one. The purpose of this podcast is to give you ideas that you can take away and implement into your personal and your business life right away. So I keep it shorter so that you can take down those ideas, go implement those, and hopefully you're listening to some other podcasts as well. The next tip in the book talks about contributing to your retirement accounts before any child education plan, because the big point on this is your children can get a loan for college. You can get a loan for a car, you can get a loan for a house, but this may come as a shock to you. Social Security is not going to be enough for you to retire, and there are no loans that you can take out to supplement your retirement other than a reverse mortgage, which I absolutely do not recommend for most people, but it's important for you to invest in your retirement account first. So if you have an employer that gives a 401k and they give a matching program, take full advantage of that. If they match 1%, contribute 1%. They match 3 or 5, contribute 3 or 5 if it fits within your budget. But take advantage of that. Now, if you don't have a 401k, or if your employer doesn't match on your 401k, then I want you to consider a Roth IRA instead. A Roth does not give you tax advantages today, but when you take that money out, it's tax-free. And who knows where taxes are going to be when you retire, whether that's in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. Really consider a Roth IRA and get with your financial advisor, because there's so many more options to a Roth IRA. The fees are going to be less on a Roth IRA than your employer 401k plan. And the 401k plan is not going to have all of the available mutual funds and investing options that a Roth IRA is going to bring to you. So having more options, get with your financial advisor for their expert opinion and do the Roth IRA if you're not able to contribute to a 401k. Now, those are 3 tips from my book, Empower Your Money, which you can grab from Amazon. And I will continue to bring you new episodes talking about the book, going more in depth about each of the topics that are in the book. And look out soon for the series. I'm going to turn the whole book into a course so that you can watch it and listen to it at your convenience from home, from your phone, and rewatch it until you understand the topics. And if there's ever a question, well, empower your money, empower her money, reach out to me, and I'm happy to do a video just for you so that you can be on your way to financial freedom. Thank you so much for tuning into Empower Her Money podcast. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to subscribe, share this podcast, and leave a review wherever you are tuning in.